I lost 20 pounds in 2 months. These are the 5 foods I eat almost every day to help me drop fat fast, stay full on very low calories, and still actually function as a mum of 2. There are also 5 staple foods that I use to build into our clients' plans inside our Rapid Fat Loss Coaching program, built for busy women who don't simply have the time to be hungry and overwhelmed. If you've ever thought, just tell me what to eat, then this video is for you. Before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed and drop a like on this video. I'm Nick, a mum of 2 little boys, and together with my husband Mark, we help women lose body fat fast using our evidence-based nutrition program. I've been through IVF, I've lost and gained weight through pregnancy and breastfeeding, and now personally dropped around 30 kilos whilst juggling work, kids, home, and everything that comes in between as a mum. I don't have time for 27 ingredient recipes or living on dry, boring salad to be good. What finally worked for me, and now what works for my client, wasn't magic. It was very simple food done really well, repeated over and over and over. To stay consistent and keep showing up, the results will then keep following. I spent most of my adult life thinking I'd never be a smaller human, that I was destined to be the bigger girl. I would try hard during the week and then follow with more flexibility at the weekend. And it worked for a period of time. The slow and steady approach that you hear probably most often. It's a bit boring in my opinion, having done it both ways. Maybe you've done the same, cutting everything out, living off dry chicken breast or a sad salad, only to come to weigh day to realise you've only lost half a pound. What I've learned through our rapid fat loss system is just repeat what works. You don't need a long list of superfoods. You just need a few staple foods that are going to keep you full, actually taste good, that are easy, quick and simple to cook, or that work whether you're at home, at work or feeding the kids. So here are my top 5. Food number 1, and I know I bashed it a little bit earlier, but it is chicken breast. Sounds boring, but hear me out. Chicken breast is the backbone of my aggressive dieting days because it's basically pure protein, which stops you from feeling like an actual monster on low calories. It's so insanely versatile. How many times a week do you eat chicken now? Stir fries, curries, roasts, pasta. Chicken, veg, and sauce is delicious. And lastly, it's everywhere. We can get it so simply and easily. Supermarkets, restaurants, petrol stations, we can get our hands on chicken breast almost anywhere. Meaning that if we were out and about, we wouldn't have to be struggling to scramble for what to get. On the Aggie Do, my clients are very much shocked at how much chicken they're actually eating and how much food they can actually have if they build their meal around their lean protein first, just like this. Think of chicken as your go-to. If you're stuck, busy, bored, tired, chicken is likely the answer. Food number 2, lean ground beef or minced beef, as we would say in the UK. I personally choose the 5% as it's really accessible and easy to get from most supermarkets. Minced beef is my easy family go-to option. The boys love minced beef. Lasagna, bolognese, things like that are super easy for me to add onto my food shop that makes it easy for us all to eat the similar sort of meals. Best of all, it's full of micronutrients such as iron. For me, it gives a texture change from chicken and it can go with any cuisine. Hi baby, you okay? I'm just filming a little video.
Can I do one as well, please? Okay, I'll talk about strawberries. Because strawberries are the favourite.
They're your favourite fruit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
All the apples and something I like all the fruit. And it's just kind of nice if Mummy could talk right now.
What's your best way to have minced beef? Bolognese, lasagna, meatballs, burgers.
I'm not happy about meatballs, but I'm happy about all the other stuff.
What's your favourite way to have a chicken?
We were roast dinner.
Just
one more thing I have to say in there.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, lovely. Thanks, mate. By picking the lower fat options, it also saves a lot of calories as well, compared to 15 and 20% plus versions of the beef. Some aggressive dieting ways I like to have my minced beef is chili bowls with loaded veg, naked burgers, or air fried chips for the family. Some kind of bolognese with courgette noodles or something like that. And adding pasta for the rest of the family.
What are you talking about?
It's family friendly, so it doesn't make you feel like you're cooking diet food or something totally different than the rest of the family. You just tweak it around sides and portion sizes. Food number 3 is egg whites. I have these pretty much every single day when I'm dieting. They're pure protein, so no carbohydrates and no fat. And building a meal around egg whites allows more calories for later in the day, or for where you really want to put them. When calories are aggressively low, the biggest complaint is always, I'm struggling to hit my protein target. And egg whites help me fix that by adding a ton of protein for barely any calories, pairing them with any veggies or sauce that I like, and giving me that warm breakfast feeling, but just a bit later in the day. Some of my go-to recipes are egg white scramble in a pan, sometimes adding a bit of cheese or cottage cheese, works really well here. You can season this in any which way you like. Adding some veggies either on the side or some air-fried roast veggies, maybe with some bacon medallions or some turkey bacon, just to add a bit of variety as well. The plate looks huge, the calories are low, and hunger is actually under control. Number 4 is Greek yogurt. This is for my sweet tooth. It helps curb those cravings and is a great dessert replacement for this period of time. Greek yogurt is high in protein, low in calories, and has a creamy dessert-like texture. My nighttime snack that I have post the boys' bedtime, is with some protein powder and some fruit. If I have the calories, I'll have some nuts or seeds with that as well. Adding things in like 0-calorie flavor drops is always going to help make it taste a little bit better if you aren't used to that yogurty tang that some people can complain about. You can also use it as a sauce swap when you're cooking your chicken. In our program, I never tell women they're not allowed to have anything sweet ever again. We just try and encourage building smart, high protein swaps like Greek yogurt bowls rather than putting your hand into the biscuit tin. Before I go into number 5, if you're interested in our rapid fat loss approach and how we can help you lose this amount of weight in such a short period of time, check the description box for a link to apply for coaching. We have limited space available, so please get in touch if you are interested. Food number 5 is mushrooms. I could have probably picked anything for this last one, but I'm going to pick mushrooms as my last spot on my top 5. It is one of my secret weapons for making my aggressive diet meals feeling big, satisfying, and a bit more interesting than just meat. Do they replace protein? No, but they do make your protein meals so much better. Here's why it made it into my top 5. They are super low in calories, so you can add a lot of them for hardly any calories. They add volume and texture and umami, that savoury, comforting flavour that makes a meal feel like a proper meal. Mushrooms are so incredibly versatile. Sliced into omelettes or egg whites, even thrown in with your chicken or beef meals, added to stir fries, and one of my favourite ways to have them is roasted with a bunch of other veggies in the week. It makes for amazing meal prep. I think for a long time, I personally, whether you agree, but it was something that mushrooms were like feared when you were growing up, but actually they've become such a staple in my adult life that they serve such a purpose for filling out that plate without adding any or many calories or no fat. So getting over those fears of things like mushrooms or certain veggies just helps this process so much. And I think the way that you prepare and cook a lot of food changes the taste and texture so much. So if you are worried about having certain types of food, maybe try them in a different way or with a different sauce or a different seasoning, just to see if that helps spark a relationship between you and a new food. We've worked with so many women this year who have had likes and dislikes for certain things, and we've managed to help them turn a corner or at least find alternatives for them to help build out their high protein, high fibrous, nutritious food meals without compromising on variety or the sorts of foods they are having. On very low calories and aggressive dieting, feeling satisfied is everything. Along with these 5 foods, many veggies can add so much volume to your food, turning a sad little chicken breast into a full, delicious meal that actually takes time to eat and makes you feel like you're actually having a meal. Plus, all of these things, especially veggies, will bring along fibre and micronutrients, which really matter when your calories are tight for a short period of time. We still care about health, not just the number on the scale. Now, these aren't the only 5 foods that I eat during an aggressive diet, and they're not the only 5 foods my clients eat either, but they are the key component we build around because they make aggressive dieting easier, fewer decisions, less faff, more filling with high protein and decent volume, and more realistic. Options you can actually prep, repeat, and grab quickly. Inside our one-to-one coaching program, we don't just hand you a random meal plan and say, good luck. We set your calories and macros properly for you and your goals, build them around your life, kids, work, social stuff. We use foods like these 5 to help you stay full and sane while the scales move so fast. Then we show you how to back out of the aggressive diet, reverse all the way out safely into a maintenance where you don't regain it all. So those are my top 5 foods that I would eat during an aggressive diet to make it feel a little less sad. Chicken breast, ground lean beef, lean minced beef, egg whites, Greek yogurt, 0% obviously, and mushrooms. If you're a busy woman or mom pushed for time and want rapid fat loss without all the faff, the endless cardio, the meal plans that are just unachievable, these are a brilliant place to start. I'd love to know in the comments what your top 5 daily foods when you're trying to lose fat are. Drop them in the comments below. And if you want me and Mark to help you and set your planner, calories, macros, everything, I'll leave a link in the description box where you can join our rapid fat loss coaching and we'll walk you through it all step by step. So my food shopping's just turned up and check this out. Minced beef, chicken breast, Greek yogurt, egg whites, and mushrooms. At least you know I'm not lying.